Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Maxima and I'm here checking out Dying Reborn. I've put about an hour and a half into it at this point. Gotta say I'm not impressed, but we'll get on to why that is shortly. So, not that much to see outside the main menu. I hope the game doesn't crash on me like it did the first time I tried to record this. There's only a language select and you can choose to load your game. Oddly enough, if you go in to load your game, this game automatically saves your progress. Do not delete or overwrite this file. Why can't I access it to override it in the first place if that's important? But never mind. We'll just go and select a level and hopefully the game won't crash. The game's got 6 levels and I've beaten 3 of them, but in order to beat those 3 levels, I've needed to access a guide several times for each. And there's multiple reasons for that. We'll go into why that is shortly. I'm going to go back to Section 2, which is not only the longest section of the game by far, but I've already finished it, so I won't need to actually rely on a guide to go into this one. You're about to hear some really bad voice acting. Also of note, the localization of this game is terrible. There's a lot of grammatical oddities, a lot of punctuation oddities, and it's just not written very well at all. It's from a Chinese developer, so it makes sense, but at the same time, it's just painful and really just takes any sort of tension out of the atmosphere whatsoever. Also note in the bottom right, low dying. This memory card is screwed, so if this crashes, I'm going to be really annoyed, because I need to just get this one done, then I can format my other memory card. But anyway, I'm going to shut up and let you listen to some voice acting.
Feels like my head is being torn apart. I think I heard a woman's voice inside my head. Are there still people here? Anyway, I hope it wasn't just an illusion. I need to get out of here.
Nothing's happened in the story so far. It's been 3 out of 6 chapters and literally nothing of note has happened, so it's a little bit weird. The basic story is you're trapped in this hotel looking for someone and, well, you are just trying to find them. It's pretty simple, really. So, the exploration in this game works like Zero Escape, except really shit. You wander around these rooms, picking up items, using them on other items, and just trying to get out of the rooms, basically. Except this one's more like 3 rooms and a couple of hallways, but oh well. So, the puzzle solving is actually pretty shit, and there's a couple of reasons for this. One is that a lot of the items that you can interact with, you really have no idea how to interact with, just because, well, let me try that again. A lot of the items you can interact with, you don't really know you can interact with, because the game doesn't really tell you, in the sense that just presenting the items in a way that they can be interacted with. Like, there's some that are really... There are some items that are really dark that you can interact with that are really strange. Like, that knife down there looks like I can interact with it, but I can't. But there's another knife that looks just like that one in the next chapter that I can interact with, and I was never able to bloody guess. It's kind of annoying as hell. So if I just move this, it'll squirt some water out, and I can use that to interact with a puzzle object, which I already have. And then I can go and do that. A bunch of these objects being basically unseeable is a massive pain in the ass, just because there are some objects that are just impossible to notice because of how dark they are against the background and everything. It's really weird, the environmental design in this game. And weirdly enough, they've actually changed the environmental design from this game from the PlayStation 4 version a lot, because I had to resort to using a bunch of PS4 walkthroughs just because these game's puzzles and visual design are just that bad, and we need a code for that, and thankfully that code's actually right down here. But it's just a real pain. It really is. But the thing is, they've changed some of the visual design, so some of the things actually look different from how they do shit. Some of the things actually look different from how they do on the PlayStation 4 version, which makes it even worse. It's really strange. I'll come to that shortly, but Right, so first thing we get, if I just hit close, and now I have to go back in to get everything. So I need to put my discs in here, and I've got a V here, and if I've got an E which I put here, so you can tell what it's going to be, obviously. And there's a key card below it. A magnetic card with 101 to 104 written on it, so we can use that to get in the door, I believe. So we'll just get away from that. You get memos as you go through the game, and these memos are parts of the story. It's kind of serves as a retelling of the story and a sort of background thing going on, but again, writing's not great. It's nowhere near as bad as the actual like acting and stuff like that, but it's not entirely terrible in the memos either. But anyway, voice acting time again.
Someone once said, affection is a gift from the ancestors of mankind, but ruthlessness is a gift that mankind gave to itself.
Who are you?
Oh, please pardon my rudeness. I am the host here, and all of this is under my control. You may call me the guide. The guide the puny, the weak, and the wretched like yourself to a new world. Are you prepared to receive my gifts?
What are you talking about? You're crazy. What have you done to me? Where is Shirley?
Now, no need to get defiant, Matthew. I have some great entertainment in store for you. You will be amazed. I promise you.
Hey, who the hell are you? Why do you know my name? Where is Shirley?
Shirley. She really is quite charming, isn't she?
Hey, asshole! What did you do to her? Ah! Damn it. Here it comes again. My head! He must have done something to me. I can't remember anything before waking up in that room. And this constant headache. Damn it, Shirley is probably trapped in this house. That lunatic might be torturing her, too. I have to find her before that lunatic kills me.
This isn't a house, it's a hotel. So yeah, the voice acting in this game, everyone except the guide is terrible, and the guide is bad enough, but also skilled enough to actually make it kind of funny. It's okay. So, okay, we need that tape. Kind of hard to actually access it. Bit weird that you, it's just like, look at all the crap that's lying around here. There's a bunch of random objects that you think, oh, I might be able to pick those up. Nope. And then you've got just like a bit of sticky tape lying on the bin. And it's like, oh, I might not know what that is. You'll be stuck looking for that goddamn piece of tape. It's frustrating as hell trying to solve puzzles in this game when the things you can find are so bloody inconsistent. Now, this puzzle sucks. Because you need to figure out the right way to put all this. And on the PlayStation 4 version, it looks way different in comparison. It looks ridiculous. It's ridiculously simple in comparison. But anyway, we need to open this, but we don't have the lock for it yet. There's supposed to be something else around here that's supposed to help us with that. Can't get into that room yet, but we can get into this. Try explaining that one to me. So in here, you get the radio. You can use the radio to connect to that. You can put some objects together via usage of the triangle button, but, well, I don't think there's anything in this particular puzzle that you can do that with. In the PlayStation 4 version, you actually get an object that lets you know what radio frequency you have to tune in for that, but we actually have to solve this puzzle first. And I have to try and remember what bloody way these things go, just because... I mean, look at how ridiculous the, just look at how ridiculous the power things are here. It's just silly how much tracing you have to do. This guy hates your eyes. This guy absolutely hates your eyes. I need to bloody remember which combination of these is right. I'll be damned if I can, though. I'm not even sure what you're supposed to do on this puzzle. It doesn't really tell you exactly what you're aiming for there. And I'm not going to be able to remember what bloody way these are supposed to go, am I? Oh, great. I'm going to have to get my tablet out. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. This is how you're meant to do it. Yep. Fantastic. I had one thing the right way, but the other two the wrong way. In the PS4 version, they actually give you an item that tells you what this how to use this bloody radio, but they just want you to fuck around with it. Thankfully, I remember what one you have to do to get the password.
5, 2, 0, 3, 4, 5.
520, 345, and then you have to do it via a really annoying system where the controls feel really just... The controls are weird. They're kind of laggy at times and kind of not laggy at others, which is weird considering that the game is actually... Excuse me. The game performs really well. Like, it's a bit strange, actually, just how well the game performs most of the time, considering how detailed of a 3D world this is. Obviously, it doesn't run at like 60 FPS, but it still runs pretty well nonetheless. It's kind of strange, actually. But anyway, we're going in. We get an umbrella, which has actually been moved from where you find it in the PS4 version. It's really odd. And you use this to get the key. Select the key, use it to unlock the door. Notably, using the X button on the door doesn't open the door. You have to actively aim at the lock, which kind of sucks. We open these up. We get this, which we then overlay on top of that. And this will tell us what the first combination lock is, which is, hang on, my memory fails me. Okay, yeah. Okay. It's just weird to have the interface be so laggy at random times, and then you just have the actual game running okay. I don't know what sort of wizardry they pulled off for that. And I'm just going to say that there's a lock, there's a thing outside that says 0312, and that's meant to be your, it's meant to be your clue as to what you're meant to do for the second lock. And I get the last thing for that. And then there's another clue, which is 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to bloody remember. Oh, hang on. It's on the back of that little thing back there, so I'll just go and take care of that. Grab that, because that will give me part of a puzzle that needs to be done. Flip it. All of these items fall off, and then you get a piece of random map out of nowhere, which you will need. If I can get close enough. It's just really not that impressive. The story is absolutely non-existent. I get that they're building up to some sort of confrontation with something they don't want to spoil, but spoilers, it's probably that thing. So, yeah, it's just weird. I don't like it, I gotta admit. The puzzle design is, at times, really obscure and infuriating. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 0, 2. Right, okay, I can do that. The puzzle design makes it so it's hard for the stuff to be found. It doesn't tell you very much about what you're actually meant to be doing on some of the more complex stuff, and it's just infuriating at times. It really is. And derp. There we go. Now we get the second piece of the map. And then we use the piece of the map up here. Yeah, I didn't see this for like 20 minutes. I was wandering around looking for this shit, and I'm like, really? Really?
Strange numbers. They're written on the back of the door. Is that?
Yes, Matthew, it's just as you guessed. How about we get rid of that second? Go on. You can get rid of it there. After all, alcohol is a man's best friend. And I'd be more than happy to treat you. This being your last harbor and all.
Last harbor? What is that? Is this all designed by you? What do you want? Where is Shirley? Answer me, you coward!
God, this voice acting is so terrible. Yeah, it's just... There's nothing here that's really worth commending outside of maybe the look and the performance, but even then the look just gets in the way of the actual puzzle solving because you weren't able to see the bloody map piece or, hell, half of the objects you're meant to be picking up. Its puzzle design is pretty damn basic otherwise, and it's mainly just relies on you finding everything and making sure you can see that. And there are some things that are just so bloody obscure that it's hard to do without a guide. And with the terrible voice acting, non-existent story, and just underwhelming, to put it one way, English localization, it's really a pain in the ass. What was the number again? 4375. And that's the end of the level. This is actually the longest level in the bloody game, would you believe, according to the walkthrough I went through. So, yeah. But yeah, that's the end of the level. And that's the closest thing to a jump scare you're gonna get. It's really not worth your time, especially at $15 US, which is just, there's nothing here that's worth actually, you know, calling it good. It's just, I don't find anything that's even remotely appealing about this. Except maybe the look and the performance. That's basically the only thing I can praise. The puzzle design is so infuriating I had to resort to walkthroughs several times. And, I mean, that's basically the entire game. Also, circle actually... Now, did that take me into the puzzle or did it take me back to the main menu? I think it took me back to the main menu because there's usually text. So, yeah. That was a look at Dying Reborn. Not really worth your time. There's a lot of trophies if you're a fan of trophies. There's like 8 or 9 golds and then 8 or 9 silvers. No platinum, but like 9 golds is like 2 platinums, isn't it? On that silly little rank they've got going on the PlayStation Network. I don't know. But yeah, it's weird. It's really... I can't go for it. I can't recommend it. It's a bit crap. That's all I got to say about it. So yeah, this has been Blue Maxima, and I'll see you all next time.